up? Yeah.
Kane is in the building.
Already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the thunder? Just remember when you come to the show. What's up? Already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the thunder? Just remember when you come to the show. What's up? Already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the thunder? Just remember when you come to the show. What's up? Already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the thunder? Just remember when you come to the show. What's up? Already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the thunder? Just remember when you come to the show. What's up? Already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the thunder? Just remember when you come to the show. What's up? Already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the thunder? Just remember when you come to the show. What's up? Already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the thunder? Just remember when you come to the show. What's up? Already the show goes on all night.
Hello, Florida District!
My name is Dylan Weinreich.
And my name is Ana Rodriguez. We are your district conference co-chairs and hosts of the biggest blockbuster of the year. On behalf of the Florida District Board of Trustees, we would like to welcome you to the 85th Annual District Education and Leadership Conference, also known as DCON.
Thank you all for being here this weekend as we gather to celebrate a stellar year of Key Club service. And seeing everyone here in their movie attire reminds me of some of my favorite classic movies.
As you can see, we're doing a little La La Land moment.
And, well, that is one of my favorite movies. This really reminds me more so of some of the classics, like that golden age of Hollywood from around the same time our Florida district was founded, all the way back in 1939, when we made movie history by becoming the first official district of Key Club International. Since then, the Florida district has continued to grow through new clubs, increases in membership, and most importantly...
Tom Cruise?
Well, I was thinking more of service, but, you know, alumni.
Well, now that you've mentioned Hollywood, we must highlight the golden key of this organization. No, it is not us. Without our co-ordinances and faculty advisors' hard work and consistent support, the Florida District of Key Club International would not be as mighty as it is today. But it is you, the Key Clubbers, the directors and producers of service, who are the true trailblazers of change in our world. You have answered the call to lead, received the courage to engage, and acquire a heart to serve.
No matter the circumstances, you made this all glitz and glamour. You've all truly earned a spot on the Walk of Fame for your ability to overcome and grow.
We really went from The Walking Dead to the Avengers, don't you think?
So true. And with all this talk about the past, it's important to not forget about how we'll be making our future.
Well, now you have all seen the trailers and sneak peeks, but we are now going to establish our new stars for the year to come.
And for all of you up-and-coming stars, we'll have amazing workshops focusing on everything you need to be a leading man or lady, including topics like leadership, Key Club, service, and so much more. Not to mention the Oscar-worthy performances you'll see during our star-studded showcase tomorrow night.
We also know all of you will grow from the stellar speakers this weekend, such as our keynote speaker, Key Club International representatives, and many more. Please feel free to ask questions and talk to them in between sessions. They're more than happy to share all of their knowledge with you.
Just a few years ago, we were sitting where you are now. And for how many of you, raise your hand if this is your first DCON. Very exciting, and standing here seeing all of you really reminds me of my first DCON opening session when all I could think was,
who are these people?
well, I was thinking more like, wow, but you're not wrong. Nevertheless, I was inspired by the student leaders who came before me, and their example encouraged me to reach for the stars. I hope that all of you share a similar feeling now, the wow feeling, that is, and I hope that all of you will recognize your own star factor.
It's the Key Clubbers who will transform the show business. In 100 years, Florida Key Club members will look back to see just how far we have come. Get ready to walk on the red carpet this weekend full of fun, leadership, and education while you become the brightest star you have ever been. We look forward to meeting you all and having an incredible time together.
Thank you. And now,
Please welcome our very special guest, Tom Cruise. Just kidding, it's a joke. Now that I have your attention though, without further ado, let's get this show on the road. Lights,
camera, service.
Welcome to the 85th Annual Florida District Education and Leadership Conference.
And now, it is our distinct honor to officially call the 85th Annual Florida District Education and Leadership Conference to order.
Now, please stand for the invocation to be given by Lieutenant Governor Arjun Talati and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Let us pray silently together, each one of us according to our own individual beliefs. Giver of all things, we thank you for bringing us all together for the 85th Annual District Conference. Please keep us all safe throughout the conference and inspire us to be the best leaders we can be. Help us grow our passion for service and make friends who will last a lifetime. Amen. Please welcome Lieutenant Governor Anna Summer to lead us on the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic in which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please welcome from Doral Academy, Gianna Villar for the introduction of the governor.
Hello, fellow Key Clubbers. My name is Gianna Villar. Yes, my last name may sound familiar, and that's because I share it with our Florida Key Club governor, Gabe. Before we begin, I just want to say, Gabriel, I love you. Now, my brother is someone who goes after what he wants. He has always worked hard and never settled for anything less than perfection. I've had the privilege of watching him grow into a leader, but he does have a past he likes to keep in the dark. Before Key Club, Gabriel pursued multiple hobbies. He was a magician, and I was his lovely assistant, blowing our parents away with card tricks. He dabbled into sports, and although he's over 6 feet tall, his sports career was not long-lived. He was an animal enthusiast, specifically birds, until one day he flew away. Mango, if you're still out there, come home. And my personal favorite, when he got the lead role in The Sound of Music. Clearly, our school did not have many options. As you can see, he's tried a million different interests, but nothing ever stuck. The moment he joined Key Club, I knew this was something that was important to him. I've seen him grow as a person, and his passion has truly inspired me. I like to think that I've impacted his life somehow, but really, he's impacted mine. Tonight, I have never been so proud to be called Gabriel's little sister. Now, I present my big brother, Governor Gabe.
Thank you, Gianna, for your kind introduction. The Florida District has accomplished so many wonderful things this year, and it could not have been possible without the District Board. These amazing, wonderful, and unique individuals are determined and motivated, to say the least. They have crushed every district goal set for them throughout this service year. Not only have we increased membership to 22,107 members, but we also achieved 240,000 service hours and 87,000 of those hours for my governor's project. They have truly helped the Florida District shine into an amazing year of service. And for the very first time in Florida Key Club history, we have our club president from the Turks and Caicos. Give him a round of applause. And we also have our amazing clubs from Grand Cayman. We are truly one international district. Please welcome District Secretary Silvana Rengo to help me introduce the 2022-23 Florida District Board of Trustees.
Division 1A Lieutenant Governor Willow Young loves making music, painting, and traveling to new places. You'll often catch her singing, taking pictures, or climbing a tree. If you ever need an extra cookie or want a game night, she's your person.
Division 1B Lieutenant Governor Maya Martin is best described as an extroverted introvert. She loves to talk, but you might not hear her because she has headphones blasting 50,000 hours worth of music. Division 2B Lieutenant Governor Peyton loves cooking, binge-watching murder mysteries, and medical shows, along with playing her flute and piccolo every chance she gets. In her free time, she takes a chance to work at a horse rescue or to sleep.
Division 3 Lieutenant Governor Cameron Croft loves to watch her new favorite show / obsession, Supernatural, which she watches with her borrowed Netflix account from her best friend. With a favorite travel destination of Santa Rosa, when she's not doing this, she's working on her main dual enrollment classes in order to one day become an optometrist.
Division 6 Lieutenant Governor William Trin is a fantastic artist. He enjoys watching his favorite Marvel films late at night. Everywhere he goes, you will spot him playing Pokemon Go while listening to his favorite tunes. Division 8 Lieutenant Governor Erin Sellers loves photography, space, and watching horror movies. She also loves flying and is currently working on getting her pilot's license. She hopes to one day travel the world and skydive over the Swiss Alps.
Division 9 Lieutenant Governor Belle France is a bright person who never fails to light up any room. She loves football, her dog Bean, and deep conversations. She never fails to talk someone's ear off, so don't be afraid to spark up a conversation with her.
Division 10A Lieutenant Governor Chelsea Nguyen loves hiking, traveling, and trying new foods. When she isn't jamming out to One Direction or Taylor Swift, you can catch her enjoying the afternoon on a golf course or grabbing sushi and boba with her friends and family.
Division 10B Lieutenant Governor Sarah Morgan spends her free time writing and gaming. She's an expert at making origami frogs, so if you find one around, you know who made it. Division 10C Alexandra B. Pott.
Lexi loves volunteering in all aspects of Key Club, and you'll probably find her out on the weekend volunteering at a beach cleanup. Division 11 Lieutenant Governor Abigail Minster loves her pet bunny. She enjoys sleeping whenever time allows and making cucumber kimchi. If you catch her staring at you, she probably can't see, but she still chooses not to wear her glasses.
Division 12 Lieutenant Governor Flora Van Buren is a student athlete, and you can always find her in the weight room. If you ever need to kill a couple hours, just ask her about space. When she starts, it's hard to get her to stop.
Division 13 Lieutenant Governor Ethan Coe has a very minor case of compulsive overachiever. His time awake is spent volunteering in club meetings, programming, playing the piano, and managing way too many clubs. Division 14B Lieutenant Governor Elise Mulholland is a triple threat. She acts, dances, and drives her Mini Cooper like there's no tomorrow. When she's not performing, you can find her volunteering at her nonprofit or the front row of a concert.
Division 14C Lieutenant Governor Alex Trin is an avid tennis lover and always looks to match his outfits. He thrives when surrounded by friends and seizes any opportunity to try new things. Above all, meeting new people is one of his favorite experiences.
Division 15A Lieutenant Governor Anna Summer loves to light up a room with her awkward jokes and meaningful conversations. She enjoys late-night car rides and blasting early 2000s songs out the window.
Division 15B Lieutenant Governor Taraj Walker loves Key Club.
Division 16 Lieutenant Governor Lila Mayfield loves going for long runs, singing with her school's choir, and watching movies. Her favorite color is pink, and if you ask her about Taylor Swift, you'll probably become her favorite person.
Division 17 Lieutenant Governor Chad Cohen transferred to Manatee High School in 2021. Knowing very little about Key Club, Chad decided to join and dove right in, quickly finding that this is right up his alley. This is where he devotes most of his time now.
Division 19A Lieutenant Governor Lucia Westgate is a lover of the arts, whether it be tossing a flag on the field with a marching band, performing in her school's theatrical productions, or creating new ceramic pieces for her friends and family.
Division 19B Lieutenant Governor Eden Stirk can usually be found near the library or her favorite matcha shop. She loves chai tea lattes, cats, and Taylor Swift. If you need an oddly specific book recommendation, she's your girl.
Division 21 Lieutenant Governor Grace Nelson loves to dance, read, and listen to Taylor Swift and Harry Styles. She could probably recite all 10 seasons of Friends and almost always has a Starbucks drink in her hand.
Division 22 Lieutenant Governor Sia DeHenya has a talent for diverting any conversation into talking about her dog Bruno. Also, she is an avid tennis player with strong opinions on tennis tournaments and players.
The Adventures with Ava is here. With Ava Havadish, Division 23A Lieutenant Governor, there is never a dull moment. If she isn't traveling on board a cruise ship, she is tutoring Croatian kids or interviewing global figures from senators to soccer players.
Division 23B Lieutenant Governor Arjun Talati loves athletics, technology, and music. He pledges himself into opportunities to play instruments and sports. He enjoys meeting new people and having insightful discussions and wants to do that as much as possible.
Division 24B Lieutenant Governor Rosa Wu enjoys long naps, her pet goats, and burning things in the oven. If you find her in the wild, she's probably doing competitive math or debating foreign policy.
Division 26A Lieutenant Governor Celine Churchman never fails to spread kindness wherever she goes. Outside of Key Club, you'll find her driving around town in her Mini Cooper Malibu, laughing with her friends, or shopping at Five Below.
Division 26B Lieutenant Governor Lorenzo Castillo Rios loves taking photos, hanging out with friends, and talking. If you're ever bored or need someone to talk to, he's always there ready to lend a helping hand.
Division 26D Lieutenant Governor Kathy Miles hails all the way from the Cayman Islands. Kindness is her motto, and she will always greet you with a kind smile.
Division 27A Lieutenant Governor Mariangela Hieta loves Billy Joel, The Color Pink, and Christmas. You'll probably see her smiling hard this weekend, but don't worry, she's just very emotional.
Division 27B Lieutenant Governor Zara Ranizi chops her way through karate class, scuba dives the coast of Miami, and jams to 80s rock. You'll often find her counting stars or making plans to walk on Mars.
Division 27C Lieutenant Governor Daniela Aguas likes to watch sunsets at the beach, travel, and work out. But most importantly, she loves making friends. So if you see her around, make sure to spark a conversation with her.
International Trustee Shubhan Tiwari is from Pennsylvania District and serves as a liaison for Key Club International to the Florida, New Jersey, and Carolinas districts. He loves to hang out, play guitar, and learn. He's always open to new experiences and friends and is always looking to find more ways to love life.
DCON co-chair Dylan Weinrich didn't ask for a free ride. Part-time father of two and music connoisseur, when DCON Dylan isn't showing off his questionable apps, you can find him reading his favorite book, How to Deal with Toxic People, or occasionally planning a conference. Very occasionally.
DCON co-chair Ana Rodriguez loves creating memories wherever she goes. Her favorite pastimes include going to the beach and watching the sunrise, laughing with her friends until her stomach hurts, stressing about DCON with co-chair Dylan, and listening to the one and only Harry Styles.
District Executive Assistant Juanita Tello is a craft lover. She loves making and painting any type of thing. She loves playing with her dog Estrellita and getting boba anytime she can. In her free time, if she's not studying or doing Key Club, she loves listening to K-pop, watching K-dramas, and cooking Colombian food.
District Webmaster Ishita Pengaluri likes all things 70s rock, and in her free time, she likes to listen to the Beatles and grow her record collection. When she isn't resetting someone's community password, you'll find her desperately finishing up her artwork for her AP art class.
District Editor Yui Huang loves to spend her time solving jigsaw puzzles, playing guitar, or binge watching C-dramas. She loves to read books of all kinds, so if you have some suggestions, make sure to let her know.
District Treasurer Alan Ahn couldn't get Taylor Swift tickets, so you'll probably find him listening to Midnights on repeat. He also enjoys jamming out on his flute, drinking boba, and wants you to finish this lyric. It's like I got this music
in my heart, saying it's gonna be alright. District Secretary Silvana Rango loves reading, binge-watching 2000s rom-coms, the beach, and performing every chance she gets. If you ever need a couple of hours to kill, just ask her about her favorite books. Once she starts, it's hard to get her to stop.
And your District Governor, Gabriel Villar.
Thank you for being true servant leaders, and congratulations on a very successful year of work. This year, the district board and I have had the distinct honor of working with a group of dedicated servant leaders, our Key Club zone and assistant administrators who have dedicated time and effort in serving and improving our mighty, mighty Florida district, and working alongside a group of energetic and at other times exhausting teenage board members. This year has definitely been a memorable one. From the frequent mishap of hybrid meetings to guiding and mentoring us through a very hectic year to very long committee conference calls, our administrators have consistently offered us wisdom, enlightenment, and mentorship throughout this difficult year. They have all become some of the greatest role models and our good friends. Our 2022-2023 district board members will agree with me when I say that these amazing adults have become our second family. Their commitment to serving the Florida District of Key Club is beyond admirable, and their enthusiasm continues to encourage us to serve. Please join me in enthusiastically recognizing the 22-23 Florida Kiwanis Committee of Key Club. Please stand and recognize when I call your name. Please do the one clap rule, so as soon as I call someone's name, clap once so that we don't have a long list of clapping. Our District Administrator, Ms. Heather Locke. Assistant District Administrator, Mr. Alan Kwan. Assistant Administrator, Mr. Jose Leoncio. Finance Administrator, Mr. Steve LeBlanc. Zone A Administrator, Mr. Jack Gander. Zone B Administrator, Ms. Sue Shoemaker. Zone C Administrator, Mr. Travis Bennett. Zone D Administrator, Mr. Bob Felicia. Zone E Administrator, Ms. Amanda Sigel. Zone F Administrator, Mr. Richard Oso. Zone G Administrator, Mr. Harvey White. Zone H Administrator, Ms. Jackie Clark Nacklin. Zone I Administrator, Ms. Liz Komenar. Zone J Administrators, Mr. David Roth. Zone K26 Administrator, Ms. Dawn Campbell. Zone K27 Administrator, Ms. Letlana Nudell. Zone L Administrators, Mr. Cleve and Deb Tinsley. And Zone N Administrators, Mr. Gary and Margaret Williams. This weekend, we will be saying goodbye to our Zone A Administrator, Mr. Jack Gander, and Zone K26 Administrator, Dawn Campbell. During their times as zone administrators, they have mentored countless students and dedicated much of service to Key Club. On behalf of the Florida District of Key Club International, we would love to thank you both for everything you have done. Let's give them a big round of applause. We also have some special guests here with us this weekend. Please be sure to give them a big Key Club welcome when you meet them. When I call your names, please stand to be recognized, and for each, please give one clap. Key Club International Trustee Shubhan Tiwari. Key Club International Trustee Ahmed Al-Deeb. All past Key Club governors and past board members. Key Club faculty advisors. Key Club Kiwanis advisors. Florida Kiwanis District Governor Sharon Moody. Florida Kiwanis District Governor-elect Prairie Reel. Florida Kiwanis District Vice Governor Jeremy Reel. Any parents of Key Club members in the audience, please stand. Thank you for attending our conference. Now please welcome Lieutenant Governor Chelsea Nguyen to recognize all of the new clubs in our district.
The Florida District has had a great year of growth with the addition of 15 new clubs in the 2022 to 2023 year. These new clubs have made an impact in their homes, schools, and communities from their inception. As I recognize each new club, will the members of the club please stand? Please give one clap after each club is called. The newly chartered clubs of the 2022 to 2023 school year are from Division 14B, the Key Club of Jefferson High School, chartered by Lieutenant Governor Elise Mulholland. From Division 10C, the Key Club of Horizon High School, chartered by Lieutenant Governor Sarah Morgan. From Division 20A, the Key Club of Oxbridge Academy, chartered by Lieutenant Governor Jaden James. From Division 14A, the Key Club of Patel High School, chartered by Lieutenant Governor Jennifer Linfat. From Division 23B, the Key Club of Champion Academy of Distinction, chartered by Lieutenant Governor Arjun Talati. From Division 15A, the Key Club of McKeel Academy, chartered by Lieutenant Governor Anna Summer. From Division 10C, the Key Club of Celebration High School, chartered by Lieutenant Governor Alexandria Beapot. From Division 27C, the Key Club of Matter Brickell Academy, chartered by Lieutenant Governor Daniela Aguas. From Division 14C, the Key Club of Strawberry Crest High School, chartered by Lieutenant Governor Alex Trin. From Division 13, the Key Club of Northside Christian School, chartered by Lieutenant Governor Ethan Coe. From Division 10B, the Key Club of West Orange High School, chartered by Lieutenant Governor Sarah Morgan. From Division 19B, the Key Club of Canterbury High School, chartered by Lieutenant Governor Eden Stirk. From Division 9, the Key Club of First Academy Leesburg, chartered by Lieutenant Governor Belle France. From Division 23B, the Key Club of FAU High School, chartered by Lieutenant Governor Arjun Talati. From Division 26B, the Key Club of Marjorie Basden High School, chartered by Lieutenant Governor Lorenzo Castillo Rios. Let's give a big round of applause to welcome these newest members of our Key Club family. Now please welcome back Governor Gabriel Villar.
We will now proceed to nominations for international and district offices and the candidates' first speeches. Candidate speeches may not exceed 2 minutes. There must be a second for each nomination. We will now begin the nominating process. Elections Chair Mariangela Arrieta will serve as timekeeper. The nominations for District Treasurer are now open. Will all Key Club members nominating a candidate for District Treasurer approach the stage?
Hello, my name is Kylie Lusk. I'm from Florida Southwestern Collegiate High School, Division 19B, and I nominate Eden Stirk for District Treasurer.
Is there a second? Are there any additional nominations for District Treasurer?
Hello, my name is Sylvia Rodriguez from Zone K, Division 26B, and I am nominating Lorenzo Castillo Rios for the office of District Treasurer.
Is there a second? Are there any additional nominations for District Treasurer?
Hello, my name is Golden Joseph from William H. Turner Technical Arts High School, and I'd like to nominate Diana Jean for District Treasurer.
Are there any seconds? Are there any additional nominations for District Treasurer? Nominations for District Treasurer are now closed. The nominations for District Secretary are now open. Will all Key Club members nominating a candidate for District Secretary approach the stage?
Hi, I'm Sophia Lopez, and I'm from YWPA in Division 27C, and I nominate Daniela Aguas for the office of District Secretary.
Is there a second? Are there any additional nominations for District Secretary?
Hi everyone, my name is Catherine Smith and I'm from Piper High School in Division 23A, and I am proud to nominate Ava Habadich for the position of District Secretary.
Is there a second? Are there any additional nominations for District Secretary?
Hi guys, my name is Gianna Candio. I am from Coral Springs Charter School in Division 23A, and I nominate Yui Huang for office of District Secretary.
Is there a second? Are there any additional nominations for District Secretary? Nominations for District Secretary are now closed. The nominations for District Governor are now open. Will all Key Club members nominating a candidate for District Governor approach the stage?
Hello, my name is Isabella Rocha from Coral Reef Senior High School in Zone K, Division 26B, and I nominate Kathy Miles for the office of District Governor.
Is there a second? Are there any additional nominations for District Governor?
Hi, I'm Rose Kaleha, Division 18 from Pineview School, and I wholeheartedly nominate Ishita Pangaluri for the office of District Governor.
Is there a second? Are there any additional nominations for District Governor? Nominations for District Governor are now closed. The nominations for international endorsement are now open. Will all Key Club members nominating a candidate for international endorsement approach the stage?
Hi everyone, I'm Susan Zhang for Division 15A and I'm President Winter Haven High School Key Club, and I endorse Alan An for International Trustee endorsement.
Is there a second? Are there any additional nominations for international endorsement?
Hi, my name is Abik Shil, President at Leesburg High School, Division 9, Zone L, and I'm nominating Alexandria Beapot for international endorsement.
Is there a second? Are there any additional nominations for international endorsement?
Hi, I'm Haley Knuckles from Armwood High School, Division 14C, nominating Alex Trin for international endorsement.
Is there a second? Are there any additional nominations for international endorsement?
Hi, my name is Gianna Villar. I go to Doral Academy Charter High School. I'm from Division 26A, and I'm proud to nominate Ahmed Eldib for international president.
Is there a second? Are there any additional nominations for international endorsement? Nominations for international endorsement are now closed. Will the candidates for District Treasurer please approach the stage? You will each have 2 minutes to speak. First, we have Lorenzo Castillo Rios.
Hello, Key Clubbers! Thank you for coming to the beautiful Daytona Beach. Of course, when it's not raining, it's beautiful. And my name is Lorenzo Castillo Rios, and I'm running to become your next district treasurer. So, recent experience I have had that qualifies me for this position is I have gladly served as the Division 26B Lieutenant Governor, have been CEO of Volunteering Miami, a very successful nonprofit in Miami, and recently started my own photography and videography company. Since the start of my term as Lieutenant Governor, I would always ask questions like, how is this project going to work? How can we make this initiative happen? And thanks to my boards and all of our great members, I finally realized and learned that the wrong questions have been asked the entire time. Instead, the right questions we need to ask is why not? Why not make every idea, project, and dream become reality? And that's why I'm here today. So I have one question for all of you, and sadly, there's no acceptable answer to it. Why not have the best Key Club year possible? And there is an easy solution, and that starts by voting me for your district treasurer. Together, we will publicize where our dues go that each one of us pays so that we see the true impact that we make at every level of Key Club, from the division to the clubs and at each of our individual service levels. Then we will use strategic fundraising strategies such as donations from businesses that are tax deductible so that we increase our endowment fund to offer more scholarships and allow for greater impacts to our communities. We will also host office hours so that each club receives the individual attention that we need to solve all of our issues one by one. So thank you all, and please don't forget, please remember to vote tomorrow at our House of Delegates, and thank you. Vote Lorenzo Castillo-Rios for District Treasurer.
Thank you, Lorenzo. We will now hear a speech from Diana Jean.
My name is Diana Jean from William H. Turner Technical Arts High School in the Academy of Business and Finance. I'm currently a sophomore. I'm a volunteer at the EdFed Credit Union branch at Turner Tech, who's currently trying to become a certified financial counselor. So money is really my domain of expertise. Having all of those qualifications means nothing if I'm unable to use those skills to help build myself or an organization. So I want to use my skills to help take Florida Key Club to the next level financially. I want to call to action the reactivating of inactive clubs. Everyone needs a helping hand. The Key Club at Turner Tech is still new to the game. Being new to the game means we had to learn everything from scratch and follow the books. Plus, we always have questions. So why not help each other out? There are 2 fundraising ideas you can implement at your Key Club to help either get funds or products. Are you ready? They are a game room and a donation. I have helped build the game room at my school. It's an inexpensive way to have fun and build friendship. It is hosted once a week. Students pay $5 and it includes snacks and games. My faculty advisor once stressed the fun and fundraiser to me because fundraising doesn't always have to be about raising money, but it can also be about collecting and giving donations. If your club has a member who's willing to make donations, then use that money you is using to buy those products to give donations to the UNICEF Fund or to the endowment fund. I have a parting quote that will help the next leaders to do something despite having fear. Each of us must confront our own fears and must come face to face with them. How we handle our fears will determine how we go with the rest of our lives, to experience adventure or to be limited by a fear of it. Judy Blum.
Thank you, Diana Jean. We will now hear a speech from Eden Stirk.
Have you ever been ghosted before? You reach out and you think it's going well, but then radio silence. We all know that feeling, like there's nobody listening on the other end. As your district treasurer, I'll ensure that you don't feel ghosted by setting up bi-weekly office hours and meetings where we can go over any questions you may have. I'll also send out financial timelines, which will provide a basis on when you can start planning and ensure no club is left behind. Additionally, I'll send out monthly newsletters, as well as publicizing the opportunity funds to allow all Key Clubs to be given equal access to apply to these programs. I'll work to create partnerships with organizations to make it easier for clubs to fundraise. For example, many corporations donate gift cards, or some restaurants have Key Club nights where portions of the profit go towards clubs. I want to be able to set up these connections on a district scale by working with the webmaster to incorporate a sponsorship portal onto our website, which has resources for every specific monetary need you could have. For example, if you're planning a fundraiser and you need supplies, you'd be able to find a template for asking your Kiwanis for help. Or if you're looking for materials for your next service project, you'd be able to find an application to apply to local businesses who are willing to donate. Oftentimes, clubs are simply unaware of what resources are out there, and as treasurer, I'd like to put more emphasis on fundraising for important events such as the wonderful DCON we're all attending now. Even if you have a supernatural situation, I promise I'll be there to support you every step of the way. Don't be ghosted, vote Eden Stirk to keep the spirit of Key Club.
This concludes the speeches from candidates for District Treasurer. Will the candidates for District Secretary please approach the stage? You will each have 2 minutes to speak. First speaker is Daniela Aguas.
I will never forget the first time I stood on this very stage. Right before speaking, I asked my friends silly questions like, what if I'm too short for the microphone? And does acting like everyone in the audience is a clown actually work? In case you want the answer to that, no, it doesn't. I was a scared freshman who still had no idea what I had gotten myself into. I mean, lieutenant governor, that sounds like a job for a lawyer, not a 14-year-old girl. I would have never imagined that Key Club allowed me to evolve from the shy freshman that didn't know what she got herself into where I am today, running to be district secretary. Key Club is about evolution of ourselves and of our homes, schools, and communities. And that is what my platform, RACE, is all about. R stands for report. I will work toward 80% timely submission of officer information forms and pride reports. I plan to reach this goal by holding OIF calls with lieutenant governors to discuss the status of club submissions and create a strategy to reach out to unresponsive clubs. The A in RACE stands for aiding. As lieutenant governor, I noticed that many club secretaries fail to complete their tasks because they have not been properly trained. I plan to resolve this by holding training sessions where we discuss responsibilities, deadlines, and the use of community. C stands for communication. Communication is key to having a year filled with service. I will create a group chat with club secretaries to send out deadlines, reminders, and more. I will also create a newsletter specifically tailored to club secretaries, which will include a spotlight for outstanding service hours because you deserve to be celebrated. Lastly, E stands for education. Who doesn't love tutorials? I plan on working on any and all tutorials on the Florida Key Club website and YouTube channel. Report, aid, communicate, educate. RACE. That is how your clubs will evolve this year. Vote for me, Daniela Aguas, as your 23.
That's time. Thank you.
Thank you.
We will now hear from Ava Havadish.
I'm short. I am 5 feet and 2 inches. That is something I cannot control. Making the world a better place and inspiring others to do the same, now that is something I can control. Hello everyone, I'm Ava Havadish and I'm running for your Florida District Secretary for 2023-2024. As a past Lieutenant Governor of the Florida District of Key Club International, to serving on over 10 plus club and district committees, to starting the Adventures with Ava internationally, I am beyond excited to embark on this new venture of being your District Secretary. As soon as I was a youngster in Key Club, staying key-nected was a priority. From creating videos for kids with cancer with Project Heroes or Us, where Key Club members would dress up as Superman, Batman, you name it, to all seeing the District Secretary Silvana doing the amazing work that she's been doing, I was drawn to the inclusivity and productivity within this role. That is why I'll be launching Special Key-Nection, which will have the goals of getting 75% of officer information forms submitted by November 1st, timely submitted pride reports, and also having the strongest team of secretaries for the Florida District for the upcoming service year. You, the Key Clubbers, deserve recognition for all the hard work that you've been doing, and I will showcase all your selected works with my weekly emails and my bi-monthly newsletters. Throughout the year, I'll work with our communications committee with graphic design and content ideas to ensure that clubs will be tagged and showcased when they set an example for Key Clubs globally. As I've received over 800,000 impressions on different social media from community engagement, I know that we can accomplish these numbers in terms of completion, success, and also with inspiration. Hosting Instagram Live, Zoom office hours, and the final countdown sessions where secretaries can work together and flourish when doing pride reports. We will be able to navigate this. Also, who likes templates? Templates will be created to better organize your minutes and also report them in your pride reports. I will have district group chat for our incredible secretaries, as well as strive to attend division council meetings that I will be invited to. This is what's super.
That's time. Thank you. We will now hear from our last candidate, Yui Huang.
The best part about being here is being able to meet Key Club members from all across Florida, the Cayman Islands, and Turks and Caicos, and learn something from every single one of you. This year, I've met so many friends who constantly inspire me to do more, be better, and because of the accomplishments they've racked up, and others who constantly support me in any endeavor I take a part of, and they are always there to support and provide advice. The community I've met here at Key Club is like no other, and that's why I'm here for round 2, running for your district secretary. Hi, my name is Yui Huang, and I have the skill and passion to serve our district well. This past year, as district editor, I was able to provide customized feedback for newsletters, reach out to our Kiwanis counterparts for articles, as well as spotlight some of the amazing service your clubs are doing. I hope to take my leadership experience as well as my problem-solving skills into my role as editor. So specifically in my term, I want to promote resources, reach service goals, increase communication, as well as promote community, which make up my platform, ROCK. At a club level, I understand the need for more resources, such as club meeting minute templates, as well as community tutorials. And at a district level, I have the graphic skills to provide clear communication with secretary newsletters. Additionally, I plan to create a secretary group chat so that secretaries can not only reach out to me for assistance, but to each other who are in the same boat for advice and tips. I have clear action steps in mind, from learning from my current secretary and to speaking to your clubs. I have the experience and passion to serve our district well. It's you and we. Vote Yui, and together, let's rock this service year. Thank you.
This concludes the speeches from candidates for district secretary. Will candidates for district governor please approach the stage? You will each have 2 minutes to speak. Our first candidate is Kathy Miles.
Hello, mighty, mighty Florida District. Come on, you can do better than that. I am so thrilled to see you all here for DCON 23. But firstly, allow me to share with you a few words by Muhammad Ali. Me, we. Very simple. This 2-word rhyme is the shortest poem in the world and has made history as such, but it holds the greatest concept imaginable. It reminds us of the power of elevating and nurturing our community to seek togetherness and change. And that is exactly what I will do if I'm given the honor of elected as your next district governor. Hello, everyone. My name is Kathy Miles, Lieutenant Governor for Division 26D, the Cayman Islands, and a proud member of the Florida District. So, getting straight to the point, why should you all elect me for your next district governor? I'm sure you're all wondering. My governor's project plan is simple and integral for miles and miles more of success for us as an organization. MYLES. Simple. M stands for mindfulness. This is including projects for you guys centering around mental health awareness, protection, and advocacy. Y is for the youth-centered approach I intend to bring, showing our K and merging with the K kids and so much more. L is for active listening. Nothing can be accomplished without active listening. E is for environmentalists. But I hope to share so much more with you and meet you all. Thank you for the privilege of your time, and I hope I can count on your vote for miles and miles more of success. Thank you again.
Our next candidate is Ishita Pangaluri.
Key Club holds a special place for me. I know it sounds very cliche, but how can I prove it? Well, the adrenaline I got from my first Key Club meeting when I was a freshman is the same adrenaline I have standing in front of you giving you this very speech. My passion for Key Club will continue to flourish, whether I'm a club member, officer, or in elected office. I stand here before you to give you my promise that as your next district governor, I will make your next Key Club events overpowered with our utmost sense of dedication and impact we have on the lives of many individuals. And you all have demonstrated that just by being here in this very room and not the Taylor Swift concert this weekend. Florida District, I'm Ishita Pangaluri, and my governor's project, All Hands on Deck, is about ensuring the success of our future leaders, our children, by making sure that they have the resources in academics, wellness, and success. This can mean hosting food drives with your clubs, donating hygiene products, and even reading to kids. By caring with honesty, attention, dedication, and servitude, also known as HAND, we can create an equitable future for our children. Currently, Florida has a literacy rate of 76%. This means 76% of our population can read. But Florida District, we can do better. There are many things that keep me coming back to this organization. The laughs from my best friends I made on the board, the smiles and thank yous from just lending a hand, and most importantly, the urge for us to create a better world for our future. The reward for doing this is so immeasurable. As your next district governor, let me take this opportunity to fill your hearts with that same passion and excitement by making every Key Club meeting feel like your first. We need all your hands on deck to lead our future to success.
That is time, thank you. This concludes the speeches from candidates for district governor. Will candidates for international endorsement please approach the stage? You will each have 2 minutes to speak. Our first candidate is Alan On.
Picture this, our faculty advisor running around with blankets for Key Clubbers as we sold hot cocoa, played games, and listened to the band play. Of course, the night we held the UNICEF Carnival just had to be the coldest night of the month. And yet, the warmth was all around us. Connections and memories like these are why Key Club means so much to me. My love for our organization is why I'd like to bring my experiences from the Florida District to serve as an international trustee. As an international trustee, I'll work with the International Board and different Key Club districts to continue serving and supporting our great organization. I hope to help make progress on Key Club International's strategic plan by focusing on our future, institutional memory, and diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility. My experiences as the current district treasurer and a past distinguished lieutenant governor have uniquely prepared me for this role. I've had a great deal of experience both envisioning and executing initiatives, such as district-wide fundraisers and helping raise our on-time dues paid members by 40%. I believe in the power of focusing on accessibility, communication, and inclusion, values that have shaped my experience in Key Club so far, and values I hope to bring to the International Board to better serve you, our members. My name is Alan On, and I hope you'll consider endorsing me for International Trustee. Thank you.
Our next candidate is Alexandria Beapot.
Let me assert my firm belief that the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. This was a quote from FDR after one day randomly waking up and becoming paralyzed. This became the embodiment of American notion. He became paralyzed, right? And so even though we were in the midst of the battle between totalitarianism and dictatorship, he still managed to prove to America that you can get up and walk again. Even if no one else will show you, you can do it yourself. I seek to be like FDR. What set him apart was his leadership, his strong beliefs, and that we could do it again. Hi, my name is Alexandria Beapot, and I'm here seeking international endorsement. So I don't want to bore you with any more history facts or repeat my campaign like a broken record. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my Key Club history. So I joined Key Club as a sophomore because of the pandemic and all that other nonsense that happened. I joined as a sophomore. I ran for my president position in my home club, and I won. So I attended Spring Zone Rally, or Zone Rally now, and I found out that there was an opening for lieutenant governor. And I've never heard of district positions up until then, but I was like, why not? What's the worst that could happen? Well, guess what? I fell in love with service, and I would do it all over again. Do I regret it? No. Was it impulsive? Absolutely. So, if you would, with me, please help me become international trustee, because like Barbie says, you can be anything. Thank you, and my name's Alexandria Beapot.
The next candidate is Ahmed El-Deeb.
Hello, mighty Florida District. Welcome to the 85th Annual District Leadership and Education Conference. Are you ready to dig deep and strengthen our roots? Don't worry, I'm not talking about gardening. I mean, unless that's your thing. Hello, everyone. My name is Ahmed El-Deeb, a past Division 7 Lieutenant Governor and a current International Trustee, and I am seeking your endorsement to run for International President. I am honored to be here today celebrating the service we have done this year. My work this year has included founding the first ever truly international task force, aiding the newly formed Philippines Luzon District, and developing resources to guide non-traditional clubs. This year has been a testament to the strength and resilience of our organization. As we move forward, let's focus on nurturing our foundation so that we can continue to make a positive impact on the world. And I'm ready to tackle that very task through my campaign, Strengthening Our Roots. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, what exactly are we going to do? Plant some trees? Well, not exactly. What if I told you I have something better in store? What if we create a community of like-minded individuals dedicated to making a positive impact on the world? As Key Club members, we have the unique opportunity to give voice to those who may not have one. That's why one of my main goals is to highlight the Give Voice campaign with Erica's Lighthouse, which aims to empower individuals and spread awareness about mental health. Together, we can make a difference and create a more compassionate and understanding community. In addition to that, I want to mandate district websites with my made website template, launch the Global Ambassadors Program, and hosting monthly check-ins with our newly elected UNICEF Champions Ambassadors. By doing so, we can streamline communication and make it easier for everyone to stay up to date with all the exciting events and opportunities available in Key Club. With your support, we can deepen our roots, nurture our growth, and make a lasting impact on the world. So I urge you all, thank you all so much.
Our next candidate is Alex Trin.
In Lilo and Stitch, they say Ohana means family. In Mulan, they stress the importance of family. And even in Fast and Furious, Dom Toretto never fails to reiterate that anything is possible with family. Hello and welcome to the mighty Florida District. My name is Alex Trin. I'm excited to be seeking endorsement for International Trustee. I currently serve as a Division 14C Lieutenant Governor and Subcommittee Chair of our Membership Committee. These experiences have allowed me to gain the many skills that are needed and translate well into this position. So now I'd like to propose my platform to dial in on the fact that Key Club is not just a club, but a family. So what exactly does this entail? Well, as a family, we always want to grow. We want to share the love. I will strive for an increase in membership among all my districts. To do this, we will increase brand consistency among social media platforms and stakeholders, implement strategies that will increase the payment of dues, and just overall get the word of Key Club out there to show that we are inclusive and that we want everybody to join. Now, equally as important as a large club is the retention and development of our members. We should promote consistent activity among all members, regardless of how many hours they may have. My time on the membership committee has allowed me to gain the resources that I can equip my governors with to achieve these goals. Now, nonetheless, once we have all the members to our family, we want to ensure that their experience is one to remember. We want to ensure that they grow as leaders and people. This means that I will promise to hold many service meetings, workshops, and any meetings that will teach about the leadership, service, and many opportunities that Key Club has to offer. So if you believe that Key Club is not just a club, but a family, work with me together and vote Trin for the win.
Thank you so much. That's time. This concludes the speeches from candidates for international endorsement. Now please welcome Lieutenant Governor Rosa Wu for the introduction of our keynote speaker.
Affectionately known by his students as Jay Hizzy, Josh Hickok has a love for everything pop culture, a common relatable theme that is woven into the work he does when speaking with students about the transformational power of leadership and social change. He's a lover of music, reality TV, Disney, and all things fun. Josh has worked in higher education since 2003. He is currently the executive director of the annual Giving and Alumni Relations for the University of Maryland School of Dentistry, part of the University of Maryland, Baltimore. Josh has a substantial background within the Kiwanis family. He was a district officer in Key Club and has carried his love of leadership into many roles within Kiwanis. He is a proud member and current president of the Kiwanis Club of Elliott City in the Capital District, where he gains tremendous joy from serving the children in his community. Josh loves Kiwanis so much, he even started the virtual Kiwanis Club comprised of Key Club and CKI members from across the country. Notably, Josh is a lead facilitator for the Kiwanis Key Leader program, taking him around the United States and Canada to nearly 40 events since 2008. Josh loves service, leadership, Kiwanis, Key Club, and being with you as we dream of big, audacious goals of how we want to make the world a better place. Please welcome on stage Josh Hiscock.
All right. So I wasn't nervous about doing the speech until I read the social wall on the app. And now suddenly I am very nervous about giving this speech. So I'm waiting for the first roast or the first meme lord post. But you know what? I'm ready for it. Bring it on. And no, I am not Taylor Swift. I am really sorry for those people who are hoping to be at a concert instead. Who's having a good time tonight? Who is ready to have an even better time tonight? All right. So thanks so much for the warm welcome. I hope you're all having a great time. I was backstage. I could not see. First convention. Whose convention? This is your first convention. Lots of hands. Awesome. Round of applause for everybody. First convention. How many of you, this is your final convention as a Key Club member? Awesome. Seniors, how many days until you graduate? Yell it out. Everybody knows. When you are a senior, you know exactly how many hours and minutes until you graduate. And I heard like 21 or 22. So as you heard in the introduction, my name is Josh, but people tend to call me by my nickname, which is Jay Hizzy. You can call me whatever you want, just polite things only. But before we get started tonight, I've got a few slides for you just to give you an introduction a little more about who I am. Because I think one of the important things for you to know is, who is this guy standing between you and not sitting in these chairs, right? So you kind of got to wonder, why am I on this stage? So I'm going to tell you a little bit about me to help you get to know me a little better. First of all, I grew up in Massachusetts. Has anybody ever been to Massachusetts? Woo, all right, any Boston fans, right? So, oh, I love it. I found my people. There we go. I grew up in Massachusetts in a little town called Orange, Massachusetts. The town's slogan was Orange, the town with appeal. Yep, so that's pretty much tells you where I'm from. I promise the jokes are better than that in this speech. But that's where I grew up, in a little town in Massachusetts. But now I live in Maryland, right outside of Baltimore, near Washington, D.C. It's where I went to college and grad school, and it's where I call home now. Anyone been to Washington, D.C.? Awesome. Nation's capital, highly recommend it. Great food, great museums. If you ever get a chance to visit, please do. I'm happy to be here in Florida, though. I grew up in Massachusetts. I hate the snow. Hate the snow. Why I moved away from Massachusetts, I didn't want to shovel anymore. I just couldn't take it. So I like this weather better. I prefer the tropical, the palm trees. I got here today, here in Daytona. That's the type of weather I adore. I'm also a Disney fan. You heard that in my introduction. Anyone else a Disney fan? Yeah. So I am a certified Disney adult. I have no children, but I still go to Disney. I have a high level of patience. I know there are children everywhere. It comes with the territory. If I could quit my job and just be Mickey Mouse full time, I would. So I love Disney. In fact, I've been to the parks a couple times since I got here in Florida. I was in Orlando the last few days. Earlier this year, I actually went to Disneyland Paris. Every Disney I go to, I try to pull the sword out of the stone. They never let me pull it out. One of these times, I'm going to find a sympathetic cast member that lets me win the game. But I love Disney. It's a place where you get to feel like a kid. It's a place where anything seems possible. And I think that connects to Key Club a lot. I'm going to mention that in a minute. I mentioned DC. I went to the George Washington University. I have a degree in American Studies, whatever that is. I'm still trying to figure it out, but they gave me a degree. And then I went to the University of Maryland College Park, where our mascot is a very fierce-looking turtle. The terrapin, exactly, a diamondback terrapin. So, I don't have a great track record of good mascots. I feel like high schools have better mascots than I've had. But I love the education I've been able to receive. I feel very privileged and blessed to have had those opportunities to put me into my career where I am today. I do love New England, though. Massachusetts is home. I love all sports, but particularly my Boston teams. We shared Tom Brady with Florida, so you got to have him for a little while, but love all things New England and all things Boston, especially Dunkin' Donuts. So Dunkin' Donuts, this might be unpopular, I like it more than Starbucks. Oh, see, I knew it. Suddenly people are like, I liked him until he talked about coffee, right? No. So when I saw a Dunkin' Donuts across the street, literally I dropped my luggage in the lobby and I didn't have a room yet and I was just like, I'm going to Dunkin'. I think I love it as much as Charlie and Ben, right? So they named a drink after Charlie D'Amelio and Ben Affleck literally he worked at Dunkin' Donuts. He made a commercial. He worked there for a day. Could you imagine Ben Affleck giving you your donut in the drive-thru? I love Dunkin' Donuts more than Starbucks. I also love it more than cats. I dislike cats. Cats are not a thing, right? So suddenly people are like, okay, you're getting real controversial now, right? I do love dogs. Give me all the dogs. All the dogs, right? I was at Fort McHenry. That's where the Star Spangled Banner was written. I was at Fort McHenry during the pandemic, and I was there, and I was leaving, had a beautiful picnic outside with some friends, social distancing, all the things. A van drove up, and it was a dog walker, and it was like out of a movie. You looked through the dashboard, and it was this man and like 20 dogs looking just like that, ready to get out of that van. And I said to myself, this would not be a bad job to have, to be the man with 20 dogs in the van. So I love dogs. Social media, I scroll just like you, literally backstage. I was on the social wall. I'm not a delegate, so I did not have to pay attention. But I'm sure all the delegates paid attention to the speeches. But you're always going to find me on social media, addicted to TikTok. I don't know why, but short videos, I think that's my attention span. I just keep scrolling. I don't know any of the dances. I try sometimes. I fail miserably, so someone will have to teach me later, but I'm sure you can watch the entire Taylor Swift concert on TikTok in about 3 hours. So if you're missing out. Last thing I want to share before I move on is I am a part of the Kiwanis family. I was in Key Club all 4 years of high school, had the chance to be a Key Club Lieutenant Governor twice and a Key Club District Governor in New England and Bermuda. Don't ask me why we had Bermuda. I didn't mind, though. But now I'm a member of Kiwanis in the Capital District, where we have our awesome mascot, Krabby the Crab. And you might have also heard that I am a lead facilitator for the Key Leader Program, which is an awesome weekend experience dealing with leadership for high school students aged 14 to 18. So I love the Kiwanis family. If you love the Kiwanis family, give me an oh yeah. All right. Very good, very good. All right. So those are my slides. Raise your hand if there was one thing that you found you had in common with me. Did anybody have one thing in common with me? Okay. So lots of hands, right? So just by sharing 4 or 5 minutes of facts about me, hopefully you found one thing that you seem to have in common with me. That'll be important a little later on during this talk. So I remember my very first Key Club convention. I was there with 13 members of my club, and it was Springfield, Massachusetts, home of the birthplace of basketball. We were in a ballroom, and my club, we were not front row people. You would never have caught us up here. You would have either caught us outside or just a few rows from the back, because the back row gets the reputation of being the troublemakers. We were like the 3 rows from the back kind of club, close to the trouble, but not the troublemakers. So I was in that back corner of the ballroom in Springfield, Massachusetts, my very first Key Club convention when I was a freshman. Now, I remember sitting there in that room and watching people on stage and having lots of thoughts. One thought was, that's kind of cool. I don't know how you get to do that, but that's a cool thing. Also, this sense of, I don't know what's going on. They keep talking about stuff that I have no clue what district and international. I just thought my Key Club was in my own community. But I remember sitting there and going, something special happens here. I don't know if I understand what it is as a 14 or 15-year-old kid, but I knew that being in that ballroom with 1,000 other Key Club members from all around New England, I knew something was happening there that was special, and that eventually I would figure it out. Well, if you had told 15-year-old shy Josh, who was sitting in the back of that ballroom, that years later he would become a Key Club district governor, he would join Kiwanis, and would be on a stage in front of 1,000 Key Club members at a convention as a keynote speaker, he would have told you you were crazy. So in a lot of ways, you never know what an experience is going to lead to. You never know what an experience will spark or create, or what an experience will one day inspire you or someone else to do. And so what I want to do in the few minutes I have with you tonight is I want to tell you 3 things that I learned from that Key Club district convention in Springfield, Massachusetts, when I was a freshman in high school. And these 3 things that I learned, I've used throughout my life. They're themes that have come back and returned over and over. And I want to spend just a few minutes today telling you about those themes and hopefully maybe striking a chord with you as well. The first thing, very first thing that I remember about my Key Club convention experience was that there is a value in connection. A value in connection. So I remember 13 members of my club went to convention that freshman year. I saw them when we ate and at sessions like this. I'm not sure they went to workshops or did other things. I did, though, shy, obedient Josh. I wouldn't have missed a workshop. I thought they were going to be in the workshops with me. I'd have people to talk to. First day I show up, go to a workshop, I am sitting all by myself in this room. We've all done that before. We know that's the danger zone, right? By yourself, you're like a sitting duck. Well, other people start to come in and someone sits in front of me, and then suddenly my worst nightmare happens. The arm goes on the chair. He turns around. Hey, how you doing? Oh no, he wants to talk to me, right? He wants to talk to me. I'm like, I just wanted to sit here. I thought I was going to just absorb things like a sponge. Now this guy wants to talk to me. I was shy. I was nervous. I had a couple options. One option, I could have run out the door. I could have been like, gotta go by, see me never, right? I could have dashed out. I could have gone somewhere else. Or I could talk to him. And some of you might be thinking, well, that's really dumb, Josh. Why would you have ever run out of the room? There are times where we just don't want to engage with people, where maybe we're nervous or we're shy or we're scared. But I chose to have a conversation. His name was also Josh, so we bonded quickly. Joshes stick together. There's like a 4 Josh rule. There's always 4 of us in every room at once, I'm convinced. We had a great conversation. I found out that he was going to be a Key Club lieutenant governor the next year, and so was I. He was from Connecticut. I didn't know a lot about Connecticut because I was from Massachusetts, so he filled me in on where he was from and what it was like. And the 4 or 5 minutes before that workshop started, well, it became a lot more bearable because I had that conversation and I wasn't afraid to engage. Well, obviously we became friends. We were on a district board together. I saw him at district board meetings. This was in the early days of email, so we had found ways to keep in touch virtually as well. And it was a great opportunity to make a new friend, to build a connection. By joining the district board, becoming a lieutenant governor, getting more involved in Key Club to better understand what it was and the power of what Key Club could do, I made more and more connections. I started to get to meet adults in Kiwanis who had cool jobs, people who worked for cities and state governments, people who worked as teachers, people who worked in all different types of industries that I don't think I ever would have met in Orange, Massachusetts, where I grew up. My network was expanding exponentially because there is a value in building connections. Some of the people that I met as a Key Club member, as a Key Club lieutenant governor, I'm still friends with to this day because of the connections that I built and took the time to build in high school. And it really became evident for me of the importance of connection when I was a senior in high school. And my father passed away suddenly one night in his sleep. Very unexpected. It's never easy. It's especially not easy when you can't prepare for it. Anyone who's ever lost someone special in their life, you know that there's a numbness, that you don't really know what's going on. Reality seems like it's distant. And so for me, those days after the passing of my father, I was just on autopilot. But it wasn't until his funeral when I looked into the crowd of people and there was this moment of connection, this realness that kind of suddenly came over me when I saw 10 or 12 of my Key Club friends and 10 or 12 of my new Kiwanis counterparts there to support me. In that moment, I don't think I realized as an 18-year-old the importance of connection. That when you build relationships with people, they're going to be there for you in the good times, but also in the tough times. They're the people that you lean on when you need help or when you want advice. They're truly your friends. And Key Club, like-minded people, the Kiwanis family, like-minded people, those are the types of people we should be making more connections with. We want you to stay in the Kiwanis family. It's a family for life. And so build those connections now and know that they will last you a lifetime. I have a very good friend named Jim. Jim is getting ready to retire in about 5 years. He's had a long career at the U.S. Department of State in Washington, D.C. Just recently, Jim decided he wanted to end his career by doing something different, a new job, a new task. So he applied for a position at the Center for Disease Control, which, as many of you know, is based out of Atlanta. Jim doesn't know anybody there, or so he thought. Jim has an old friend who he mentored as a student. Her name's Madison. When Madison was 18, she was experiencing homelessness, living in a car in Oklahoma. She applied to go to the George Washington University and was accepted on a full scholarship. And that's where she met Jim. Jim was the president of the Alumni Association. And Jim mentored Madison, occasionally took her to Costco, because great things happen at Costco, right? Also made sure that she connected with individuals who could help her find internships, that could help her find part-time jobs. So years later, Jim re-encounters Madison, who now works at the Center for Disease Control. Madison helped Jim make a connection that led to Jim getting his new job. So talk about, the mentor and mentee relationship. You might think that things are one way, that adults are only able to help you. You have a power right now as a Key Club member to help so many other people. Build relationships, build connections, both for yourself and to help other people. I learned all of that, or started to at least, at that first Key Club convention. So first thing I learned, there is a value in relationships. There is a value in connection. The second thing I learned is that there is reward in risk. So I'll take you back to that convention. I told you I never saw my club members. Also true was the fact that I did a contest. I entered the oratory contest. Didn't see any of my club members there. Only saw much older students who were much more prepared than me. Again, I had that moment of imposter syndrome. I'm 14 or 15 years old. Sure, I wrote a speech, I practiced my speech, but standing in that room and looking around, I had that self-doubt. There was no possible way I could ever in a million years give a speech, have people judge me, and somehow come out okay on the other side. But I knew I was there. I didn't know any of these people. I wasn't sure I'd ever see them again. I took the risk. So I participated in that oratorical competition. I gave my speech. I think I ended up coming in like second or something. So I was like, all right, That was a risk I took, but there seemed to be some reward for it. And I remembered in that moment, I said to myself, why should I be scared to take a risk? Now, raise your hand if you've ever taken any type of risk in your life. Any type of risk, right? So for some of you, that risk could be coming here this weekend. For some of you, the risk was asking someone to go out with you. The risk might have been applying for a job. The risk might have been telling the truth to your parents or to a friend. Sometimes when the truth is hard to hear, the risk could have been going on a roller coaster or an airplane. There's like a thousand things that you could consider risky. But I would challenge you, I would encourage you to think about the reward that exists when you take a risk. So maybe for you, think about your Key Club. Maybe you are tackling an issue in your club right now. In Kiwanis, we've got issues. We sure do. We do. A lot of our members don't come to meetings. Maybe our clubs don't do as much service as we want them to. Maybe we need to recruit new members because we're a little too comfortable where we are. There is risk as a club member or as a club officer in trying something different, doing something that you've never done before, maybe even doing something that people could consider a little controversial or edgy. Maybe your club's never thought about certain types of social media posts. Maybe your club really kind of is a traditional club and you don't have a lot of members. What about finding ways to find some influencers in your school that could join your club? People who could bring in new ideas, infuse some new life. Some of these things you might say, that's not really risky where I am. But for others, you might think that that is a risk. Figure out what it is for your club that you could do to be a little bit risky, to be a little bit edgy, to try to do something different. Key Club has existed now for almost 100 years because people just like you, members and officers, working with your advisors and your Kiwanis counterparts, you've tried something different. You've tried something new. You chartered so many new Key Clubs this year. Give yourselves a round of applause for that, right? And that's because you had local Kiwanis clubs and your Key Club lieutenant governors and your awesome district adult committee, people who are willing to take a risk, to try something, to ask. And I'm going to encourage you to think about that. Maybe for you, it's entering that oratorical competition. It's a personal risk you want to take. Maybe for others, it's something you want to push your club to do, something you think could be really beneficial that you just haven't had the chance to do yet. Push. Be aggressive in chasing that idea or that dream or taking that risk. Because the worst that can happen is you learn something and you try again. That's part of how this works. So this weekend, think about an immediate way to put this into action. Maybe you're a little shy like I was when I was 15 in the back corner of the room. Tonight during the meet and greet, try talking to somebody new. Maybe try having lunch with somebody you don't know tomorrow. Try talking to people in the elevators and in the hallways. Try to expand your comfort zone a little bit. If you're already well expanded in your comfort zone, go find the people who seem like they're having a quiet moment. Check on your friends, make sure they're okay. Maybe they need you to be the one to say, hey, I'm Josh, right? Maybe they need you to be the one to take a risk to help them make that first step. So I learned the value of connection. I learned that there is reward in risk. And the third thing that I learned at that Key Club convention is that it is critically important to live life with your eyes wide open. Critically important to live life with your eyes wide open. What do I mean by that? So I grew up in Orange, Massachusetts, and if you think, boy, that sounds like a small place, it was a very small place. My town had 7,500 people total. My graduating class was 99 people. So that's like the first 4 rows of this section. That's my graduating class. You can only imagine that I didn't have a lot of world perspective. I didn't have a lot of understanding of all the things in the world that were wrong. Now, my community had lots of problems that I didn't realize were problems. It took me going to college in Washington, D.C., immersing myself in an environment that was very different than where I grew up, to start to learn and understand that people's lived experiences were going to be different, that socioeconomic difference existed, racial difference existed, that the world had issues like hunger and homelessness that were needing to be solved or addressed. And it made me realize that I had my eyes closed, metaphorically at least, for most of my life, that I didn't realize that I was sitting in a place of privilege or in a place where I didn't have to experience these things myself, so I didn't know that they existed. But that's the power of what we can do here through Key Club and the Kiwanis family. We can live our life with our eyes wide open. Because you all know this better than anybody as students today. The world out there, it is a rough place, right? There is bullying, there is racism, there is hate, and we're exposed to that whether we want to be or not. We have an incredible opportunity as leaders, because every one of you is a leader. You don't need a title to be a leader. Being in this room proves to me that you're a leader. All your club members back home, by being a part of Key Club, they are leaders. You have an opportunity as a leader to live with your eyes wide open and address some of these issues. I was in a meeting once with some colleagues, and they said, we have an opportunity to give voice to the voiceless. And I was very quick to stop that meeting. And I reminded them, nobody is voiceless. We've just chosen to create systems that silence some people. We need to amplify the voices of others, right? Right? You don't need my voice, but what I can do is create the space to make sure that your voice gets heard, because your voice deserves to be heard. As Key Club members and as members of the Kiwanis family, that is part of what we can do. We can create spaces, we can create environments where people can be heard, where issues can be addressed, where we can tackle big problems and big challenges. And part of how we can do that is by working together and collaborating. Because when we work together, when there's synergy, when there's energy, when there's power and influence, we can do important things. So we're going to do a quick activity as I end my time that shows you what working together can look like. This half of the room, you are group one. Okay, so split this group in half. This half of the room, you are group one. If you're in group one, give me an oh yeah. Give me a bigger oh yeah. This side of the room, you are group two. If you're in group two, give me an uh-huh. Oh, they were really loud. Give me a bigger uh-huh. Oh yeah. Uh-huh. All right, here's what we're going to do. Group one and group two. Earlier today, I was outside at dinner when the rain came. Thankfully, I found a way to stay dry. I don't know how. But we are going to do something today. We are going to make it rain inside this room. So, group one, people are like, make it rain. Is there money coming? What is happening? No. No money. No money. We're not going to talk for the next 3 minutes. Listening with your ears wide open and watching me with your eyes wide open is what we're going to do. Group one and group two, I'm going to point to you and I'm going to give you a motion to do. Keep doing the motion until and it's a motion that involves a sound. Keep doing it until I give you the next motion to do. So group one, you're going to start. They're going to go for a second or two. Then group two, I'm going to start you. Then group two, you're going to keep going. I'm going to change group one and eventually come back to you. So when I start you on something, keep doing it until I change you. You need to know 4 things. Snap your finger for me. All right, you need to snap your finger. Rub your hand for me. All right, slap, if you're able to, your thigh for me. And then stomp your feet for me, if you're able. Okay, there we go. So those 4 things are the things you need to do, the things you need to know to make it rain in here. All right, let's be quiet for a minute. Group one, are you ready? Give me an oh yeah. Group two, are you ready? Give me an uh-huh. All right, group one, eyes up on me, everybody. We're going to get you started. Ready, group one? Louder, louder. And that is how you can make it rain inside. All right. Key Club members, final thoughts for you. Don't forget, that first convention, I learned the value of connection, the reward in taking a risk, and the importance of living life with your eyes wide open. The three things I tell all the students that I work with, I will leave you with these as well. Number one, every day is a new day. There are going to be some really tough days. As my friend Taylor would say, haters are going to hate, right? Sometimes there are going to be people who tell you, no, you can't. And the reality is, yes, you can. Don't let people tell you it's not possible. So every day is a new day, right? The second thing I tell all the students I work with, don't just talk about it, be about it. Don't just talk about it, because, yeah, right? We come to these awesome conferences, we get lots of great ideas, we get amped up, and then we go back home and we don't do anything about it. Or we find a problem we feel passionate about, then we can't find anyone to help us, so we kind of give up. Don't just talk about it, be about it. Because the third thing I tell people, there's this great quote from a hockey player. Success is not the result of spontaneous combustion. You have to set yourself on fire. Not literally, please. That is the Jehazi, do not do that literally. But think about that. Success is not the result of spontaneous combustion. It doesn't just happen. You have to be the spark, the motivation to set yourself on fire. I told you I'm a Disney adult. Think about all the things that Disney has done, all the creations that came from somebody who drew 1,000 things before they realized where they landed was your next favorite character. Maybe it's a problem you're trying to solve in your community. Keep trying. Success will come, but it's going to come because you are the motivated person. Be motivated. Get the most out of this weekend experience. I am so lucky to be here with you. I hope you're having a good time. If you're having a good time, give me an oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Give me an uh-huh. All right, thank you everyone. Thank you so much. We'll see you later.
That was incredible, Josh. Thank you for being with us this weekend, and thank you for showing us how we can continue to be servant leaders. Please welcome Lieutenant Governor Belle France for the Sergeant at Arms report.
Hello, everyone. My name is Belle France, and I am your Sergeant at Arms chair. Who's ready to have a fun weekend? I know I am. As your Sergeant at Arms chair, I want to make sure you all know the rules to make sure our conference is as fun and as safe as possible. Before you all arrived here today, you and your parent or guardian read, understood, and signed the Code of Conduct, right? I heard no's. That's not cool with me. And if you don't remember all the rules, no worries. I'm going to break it down for you. Let's start with the curfew. All students must be on hotel property by 11 p.m., and everyone must be in their assigned rooms by midnight. We will have adults in various locations to assure that these times are met. You are only allowed in your assigned room. Regardless of gender, you cannot enter any other room. And remember to be respectful of each other hotel guests, and the property. We are Key Clubbers, the most caring group of high school students out there. Let's make sure to live up to it. And remember that no drugs, alcohol, or weapons are allowed during the duration of our conference. Now, what happens if you break the Code of Conduct? Don't try to find out. But if you do, consequences are as severe as departure from the conference at your own expense, and your families and principal will be notified. The rules are in place to keep you and everyone here safe, so let's make sure we abide by them. If you need more information on the Code of Conduct, please feel free to see me or any of the Sergeant at Arms members. The DCON app our Florida District website, and more. Now, let's get to the exciting part of the evening, our Spirit Stick. Crafted by the same metal that Oscar trophies are made out of, our Spirit Stick this year is truly the golden key we all deserve. Now, my lovely SAA member, Alexandria, has brought out our Spirit Stick, so let's hear it. In a moment, I'm gonna go zone by zone, and each of you will showcase how much spirit. Can you guys do that for me? All right, I wanna hear as loud as you can get. Can you guys do that for me? I'm gonna go zone by zone. All right, let's start out with zone A. Thank you, thank you. I love it, I love it. And the lights, I love it. You see this, Alexandria? You see this? Thank you, thank you. Good job, guys. You can be seated, thank you, thank you. All right, that was pretty great. You guys got to beat up to that. All right, zone B. Thank you, zone B. You guys are killing it. I love it. I love to see it. All right, zone C. Wow. I love it. I see the meme lord over there too. Zone D. All right, zone E. Whoa. I'm getting like woken up. Zone F. You guys are killing it. Oh my gosh. Okay, zone G. Okay, amazing, amazing. I love all the spirit in here. Okay, zone H. Wow. I'm really... Amazing, amazing. Okay, zone I. Thank you, zone I. All right, y'all can be seated. I love it. Please sit down. Thank you, please. Thank you. Okay. Love the enthusiasm, y'all. You are a lot more awake than I am. Zone J. I'm gonna have to like limit you guys on the time. You guys can scream for a while. Okay, zone L. Those are my people over there. I love you guys. Guys, whoa. I would like to apologize. I am dyslexic and I skipped that, so forgive me here. Zone K. Thank you, guys. All right, Zone K. Zone K, you guys can be seated. Okay, Zone K, I got it. Thank you. The governor would be very proud of you guys. Okay, I'm gonna go back to Zone L. I apologize. Zone L, let's see it. Zone L, where are you guys? There you are. There you guys are. Love it. And lastly, Zone M. All right, so me and Alexandria are gonna deliberate really quick on who we think it is. This is very, very important. So.
Open the crowd screams out, screaming your name. Hope if everybody.
So. Wow, I'm hearing lots of enthusiasm tonight, but we have made the decision. This may hurt some feelings. I hate to break it to you, but that's what I'm here to do. We've decided on Zone I. So, Zone K, I still love you. I love all the zones. I love you all. I really do. We've decided on Zone I for this evening. Now, Zone I, congratulations. I'm gonna need y'all to quiet down a little bit for me, please. I can only talk so loud. So congratulations, Zone I. The Spirit Key will be waiting for you guys downstage afterwards with us Lieutenant Governors, and we'll be there to take a quick picture with you guys. And it is welcome to be with you guys. If you want to come in here and take a picture with it, just let me know, and you guys can take pictures with it throughout the day tomorrow. So congratulations. Now, the Key Club spirit is obviously through the roof tonight. Now, remember, follow the on-property and room curfew, and do not enter another room that is not yours. Be respectful and follow the full code of conduct. Now, please welcome back DCON co-chairs Anna and Dylan for announcements.
So, how has everyone enjoyed opening session so far? Well, I'm glad, and congrats again to Zone I for winning us the Spirit Key. So with that being said, Anna and I have a few announcements before we wrap up here today.
So this is just a friendly reminder that you must be on time with every session. We understand the weather, but we recommend being early as there are special surprises in every single session.
As well as after opening session today, we will be doing a meet and greet on the second floor. During this meet and greet, you'll get to meet members from your district board, Governor Gabe, your keynote speaker, Josh, and many more. And I heard some of you were a little hungry.
So this is a reminder that breakfast is tomorrow at 8:30 in the morning in the exhibit hall. Those are our announcements, so now please stand as Lieutenant Governor Cameron Croft leads us in the Key Club Pledge.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I pledge on my honor to uphold the objects of Key Club International, to build my home, school, and community, to serve my nation and world, and combat all forces which tend to undermine these institutions. Now please welcome Lieutenant Governor Aaron Salud to lead us in the adjournment of this opening session. Thank you.
I officially adjourn this 2023 opening ceremony. See you at the meet and greet at 9:45 p.m. in rooms 201, 202, and 203.